There's nothing to be learned in neurosurgery by assuming an accidental origin for the parts of the brain that we work on.
It wasn't just biologists who were feeling the Darwinist wrath. When neurosurgeon Michael Egnor wrote an essay to high school students saying doctors didn't need to study evolution in order to practice medicine, the Darwinists were quick to try and exterminate this new threat.
And rightfully so. Without homologous structures, the animal testing that makes medicine safe would be invalid. Granted, if someone studies exactly how the brain works, gets lots of practice, and is employed only for surgical operations, it's possible for him to do a decent job without knowing anything about evolution. You know, much like you can have a robotic arm assemble car parts without it knowing how cars work. However, doctors can avoid learning evolution and practice medicine? What about genetic disorders? What about AIDS? What about cancer?
Cancer?
What about diabetes?
Diabetes. Well, if you have diabetes. Well, if you have diabetes. Well, if you have diabetes.
It seems to me as though the good doctor would be content to return to the Dark Ages, where epilepsy was treated with a hole in the head, and the deadliest of plagues was combated by strapping a chicken with a shaved ass to the swollen spots. I am so not kidding! According to the Hippocratic Oath, in order to become a doctor, you must first do no harm. It is my contention that return to medieval times would be harmful indeed, and so, sir, I hold you in violation of your sworn oath. You fail. Please turn in your doctorate.
I'm an old guy. I have tenure. I'm academically safe. But the young people and what is happening to them in America right now because of this scientism gulag is really terrible.
Apparently, Professor Marks was not as safe as he thought. A few months after this interview, Baylor University shut down his research website and forced him to return grant money once they discovered a link between his work and intelligent design.
Actually, they were willing to allow the website as long as you let people know that it didn't represent the opinion of the school. A one-paragraph disclaimer, that's all it needed. I suppose, though, the attention drawn by martyrdom considerably exceeds the value of the website. As for grants, well, they did reject a $30,000 grant to have Bill Dembski's name attached to the site. Technically, it wasn't one of Baylor's grants. The funding was likely canceled because Baylor removed the website, which wouldn't have happened if that paragraph were added.
Astronomer Guillermo Gonzalez found himself in a fierce shootout with Iowa State University following the publication of his book, arguing that the universe is intelligently designed. Despite a stellar research record that has led to the discovery of several planets, his application for tenure was denied.
Stellar how? He published little to no peer-reviewed work, he brought the school very few grants, and only once in his career did a student finish a dissertation. On average, physicists, astronomers, astrophysicists, and the like obtain over $1 million in grants. He obtained about 20,000. He falls short by nearly 2 orders of magnitude. I'd also like to note that, having skimmed the extrasolar planets, none of their discoveries seem to be credited to him. Please correct me if I'm wrong. It seems that there may have been some confusion. He did do some research on new yet already discovered planets as well as their parent stars. He concluded that stars with more giant planets tend to be more metallic. This is interesting and is predicted by current knowledge of planet formation. Essentially, the non-hydrogen elements are split in a proportion between the sun and its planets. More and bigger planets equals